You know how sometimes, no matter how much you love writing, it can feel like you're stuck in a rut? Like you keep running into the same problems over and over again? Well, guess what? You're not alone. Even the most amazing writers can fall into common traps that make their stories less awesome than they could be. In this video, we're going to talk about some of those traps and how you can avoid them in your own writing. By the end, you'll know how to spot these pitfalls, learn from other writers' mistakes, and come up with your own ways to keep your writing on track. Sound good? Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about one of the biggest traps writers fall into: ignoring their weaknesses. It's easy to focus on the things we're already good at, like writing snappy dialogue or cool descriptions. But if we don't pay attention to the areas where we struggle, like maybe plotting or pacing, our stories can end up feeling uneven or hard to follow. Imagine you're baking a cake, but you only focus on making the frosting look pretty. If the actual cake part is dry or burnt, it doesn't matter how nice the frosting looks. The whole thing will be kind of a disaster, right? Same goes for writing. We have to work on all the parts, not just the ones that come easily. So, how do you avoid this trap? Start by being honest with yourself about your writing strengths and weaknesses. Read your own work with a critical eye, and don't be afraid to ask for feedback from other people. When you find areas that need work, don't beat yourself up about it. Just see it as a chance to learn and grow. The more you practice and challenge yourself, the better your writing will get overall. Another trap writers often fall into is thinking they have to figure everything out on their own. But here's the thing. Every writer, even the most famous and successful ones, has struggled with their writing at some point. And we can learn so much from studying what worked and what didn't work in other people's stories. Let's say you're trying to write a story with a really complicated plot, with lots of different characters and timelines. You might look at examples of other stories that have tried this and see what made some of them really confusing and what made others flow smoothly. By paying attention to those details, you can make better choices in your own writing. So don't be afraid to read widely, talk to other writers, and soak up all the knowledge you can. Go to readings, take workshops, join writing groups, anything that helps you learn from other people's experiences. Remember, writing might sometimes feel like a solo activity, but we're all in this together, learning from each other. Finally, let's talk about one more big trap: getting discouraged when the writing gets tough. And believe me, it will get tough at some point. You'll hit a wall where the words just won't come, or you'll get stuck on a plot problem that seems impossible to solve. In those moments, it's so tempting to just throw in the towel and give up on the whole thing. But here's the secret. Every writer faces those moments. The ones who make it through are the ones who have strategies for dealing with the hard parts. They know how to take a step back, try a new approach, and keep pushing forward even when it feels impossible. So, what are some of those strategies? It might be doing writing exercises to get your creative juices flowing, or taking a walk to clear your head. It might be talking through the problem with a writing buddy, or breaking your project down into smaller, more manageable chunks. The key is to have a whole toolkit of these strategies, so when one doesn't work, you can try another. Most importantly, don't let setbacks make you doubt yourself or your writing. Every challenge is a chance to get stronger and more resilient. Believe that you can keep growing and learning, no matter what roadblocks come up. So, let's recap. We talked about 3 big traps writers fall into: ignoring weaknesses, not learning from others, and getting derailed by tough moments. And we talked about how to avoid those traps by being honest about what you need to work on, by soaking up knowledge from other writers, and by having strategies to push through the hard parts.
Stories grab us from the start, holding tight to mind and heart. With these tips you'll learn to write tales that shine with brilliant light. Structure, plot, and character immerse us in your theater. Connect with readers, touch their souls. Your words will reach amazing goals. Build your tale with Let readers feel and hear the news. Be brave, explore what scares you most. Your honesty will be your boast. Structure, plot, and character immerse us in your theater. Connect with readers, touch their souls. Your words will reach amazing goals. Now go and write with all your might, stories that will shine so bright. Touch hearts and change lives, you'll see the writer you are meant to be.